So it is this getting property or not getting property is consequential.
Okay.
Right. See, now let's say, example, I and my brother. Okay. It is irrespective of the fact that whether the property is going to come or not, I need to take care of my parents.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That's the first thing. Whether how much he will take care, how much I will take care is a quantifying factor, but both of us have to take care of our parents.
In that case, what is the difference between dharma acharana and karya acharana? Because the person who is taking care of his jivan mukta, should he still consider as a dharma, or is it just a karya acharana?
He is just a karya charana.
Okay.
See, now what happens is, what I wanted to tell or explain on that day is that the difference between karya and dharma. The dharma is what, as indicated in the 12th chapter, that is all dharma is all about. There is no other dharma. Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter gives 40 things as dharma. Other than that is adharma. So I think we covered that one day when Bhatt had asked this. So only that is dharma. It is not about what you're going to do, or should he take care, should I take care, should he do it this way, that way, it doesn't matter. The dharma is 40 qualities, what is indicated in the 12th chapter. Jnana is what is quantified in the 20 things indicated in the 13th chapter. That's all. So if I say I am a jnani, it means the 20 things in the 13th chapter. If I say I am doing dharma, then it is the 40 things. So dharma rakshati is that the 1 hour dharmachari, that means a person who is already on the path of dharma has no issue with anyone, because the first line itself says that what is that, adveshta sarva bhutanam. That means he will not have any dvesha on anyone. He's just doing karya. Now the property is not coming, he will do his karya. He will go and say that it is not okay, and then they don't give him, so he will do what is required for that. It doesn't mean that he should relinquish that and say that, oh, okay, then you're not interested in giving, the wife's property is anyway coming, and then I will take that. No, nothing like that. That is only karya charana. But in his heart, he doesn't have any difference between him and his wife or his brother or parents or sisters or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Because the first line itself is adveshta sarva bhutanam maitraha karuna evacha, like that. So he will not have any udvega, and that also is there in that line. Udvega means becoming agitated with this or that. Nor he will make world agitated by his presence. Okay, that's a beautiful chapter to really go through, to know what is dharma. If you want, we can go through that. Then you will come to know.
Okay. Maybe it may be boring for Lata. I will go through that 12th chapter and we can take it.
I don't think so. She will have anything called as boring.
No, it is not. For me, nothing is boring. I am okay to listen to that again.
Oh, great. Okay, sure. Yeah. Before we move on, this in Vivekachudamani 426, it says the qualities of a jivan mukta.
Correct.
Where it says Brahma karataya sadasthataya nirmukta bahyartatihi anyavedita bhogya bhoga kalano nidral vad bhalavat. So this means that I think what you explained is instead of getting all the things into the, not using the buddhi, whoever doesn't take that into and then go into the nivritti, right? So, and then who is living like a pious by others giving him, and then kind of that. But the example that you explained and then this one, somewhere I think it is contradicting with this sloka.
Okay, so let's go through that. And before we go to the 12th chapter, right?
Yeah, please, yeah.
So let's say, Sri Hari, that you have understood that you and the world are no different, or meaning you and the people, and including an insect and everything, including a plant, it is you. First, that has to happen.
Okay.
Then what happens? You are removed out of sense objects which are external.
Right.
Okay, that is what is written there. Nirmukta
Yeah.
bahyartadihi. That means now he is not searching anywhere, anything anywhere. Okay. Now let's put this analogy. What we have taken is that a person will go and fight at the border because there is a requirement of fighting across the border, right?
Okay.
I am saying that rule also applies for a family person. Agree with me?
Right. Agree.
Okay, now if we were to take this stance that a person can never be liberated unless he becomes a sannyasi, that means a grihastha can never get into that at all, then we are talking something different here, because there is no distinction between a grihastha and a sannyasi or anything at all at the state of Brahman. Agree with me?
Agreed.
Okay. Now let's take this example where this person has a wife and he has two sisters and their husbands, and they are there, and the daughter-in-law doesn't want his parents to stay in that home, and the son-in-law is interested in taking care of that is his wife's parents. That's a situation just like a war, right?
Right.
Okay, now if I say I'm fighting against so and so country, it is the same problem, right? There is some ideals, there is some principles, there are some thinking that this is India, or that is that country, and this is our country, our land, our soil, and this and that, and so many things are there, right? In the same way, at a house also it is the same, correct?
Yes, it is the same. Yes.
It is the same. Okay. Now the second line says that Anya Vedita Bhogya Bhoga Kalanaha Nidravalat Balavat. Bala is a child, right? So when objects are offered by others,
Right.
you mark this line. The saint only seemingly enjoys them.
Yeah. When it is given by others.
Yes, sir. Now what is happening? It is given by others. Yes or no? In both the cases.
Okay.
He's in that situation, right? See, let us say you forget the family guy. Let's say, like what Bhatt was asking yesterday, that there is the other side of the country, man is also Jivan Mukta. This guy is also Jivan Mukta. So what he should do? Correct. Now what? Now what would be the answer? You do what is required there. Karya charana. Dharmo rakshitaha means what? You are following dharma. After this body disintegrate, what is going to happen? You will not be reborn. So you are finishing off your prarabdha, right? In the prarabdha, you are supposed to be a family man. In the prarabdha, you are not supposed to be a family man. In the prarabdha, you are supposed to be a soldier. In the prarabdha, you are not supposed to be a soldier. Correct? Agree?
Correct. Yeah.
So the saint, that is this Jivan Mukta, does not go in search of enjoyment, because there is no country which is existing in his mind. In the same way, there is no family existing in his mind. But as a son, should he not stand for his rights?
So, yeah, sure, it's right, but it becomes like a bhoga, right? There are some attributes of a bhoga when it says. So, who sees bhoga as a dream, right? That's what is the
Absolutely. He will see it as dream
so
only.
then having a home or a property or some kind of wealth is kind of a bhoga, right?
Sri Hari, you are enlightened or you are not enlightened, you are going to have bhoga.
Okay.
The difference between an enlightened being and a non-enlightened being is an enlightened being doesn't go behind the bhoga in whatever form it is given to him, whereas a non-enlightened being will go towards a bhoga which he wants to acquire. You got the point?
Okay.
See,
Got
now-
it. So this is not the two. I mean, this is he is not going for to have a bhoga.
No,
He
he is not. So that son, if he were to be an liberated Jivan Mukta, what is he going to do is, he is going to do Karya Charana, what is required. Now, let us forget this analogy. This seems to be a very complicated case. Now, let us say, you become enlightened. Will you quit ABB just because you are enlightened? You tell me that.
So yeah, when you say enlightened, it means I kind of feel that I'm detached by not getting away from anything. Instead, the others doesn't own me. In that way, yeah, that's enlightenment. In that way, I can still remain in ABB.
Yes, so you will be remaining in ABB, you will be remaining with your family, you will be doing everything, or will you say that, okay, now that I am liberated, I will go away somewhere?
No. That's not the detachment-based liberation that we are you're right. I will not go away anything. Yeah.
You will not go away. So if somebody were to comment, what kind of liberation the Sri Hari has, he is having sweets, what would you answer? Would you go and fight with that fellow?
No.
You'll just smile at him because he is ignorant.
Yeah.
Okay, now you have a property, yes or no? You have an ancestral property, correct? Okay, you are not going to fight with your brother, for sure.
No, definitely.
Not definitely.
For sure.
But he is putting a case against you. Now, will you go to the court, or you will not go to the court? You will say that no, my brother, let him have this. Think before you answer. For a liberated person, no brother exists. You are just doing Karya Charana. So if somebody asks you to go to court, you go to court. Somebody doesn't ask you to go to court, you will not go to court. You got the point?
Yeah.
So in the 12th chapter and the 13th chapter especially, Krishna gives perfect example of a perfected person who is completely liberated, is there in the 12th and 13th chapter. That means he will still do Karya Charana. What is wrong in doing Karya? You have to do anyway. Prarabdha is there, so you have to do Karya. You can't get away from Karya at all. So in whatever vritti we have taken, vritti here in the sense of the kind of job or profession or whatever, these are all vrittis only. So there is movement of the mind. Whatever you take, you are going to take it, and that is the reason he says that the vritti will be now on Brahman only. Why? Because he is integrating it rather than disintegrating it. Meaning, he sees no difference between him and others. But yet, in the world view, that is when he comes to Jagat, he has to perform as though he is separated, because that is how Brahman is seen in Jagat. Yes or no?
Correct. Yes.
See, I am no different than you, you are no different than me, but yet I cannot go to your home and say, consider me as Sri Hari. Can it be possible?
Not possible.
Not possible, right? So you are Sri Hari as Sri Hari, husband of so and so and father of so and so. Can I go and say that, you know what, there was a misunderstanding, so instead of Sri Hari, it is me as Sri Hari and you consider me as your husband and father? Is that possible? Is that feasible?
No, it's
No.
not.
So either you are liberated or I am liberated. For the world, you still appear dual. But for you, there is no duality.
Okay. And yesterday you also indicated that Buddha has asked all the kings not to do this Karacharana also. So
No. Wait. Now let me give you a clarity. Now this is about our dharma and our Upanishad and all that, right? It gives an opportunity for every class to exist and yet become a Jivan Mukta. What Buddha says is that it is very difficult to achieve this. So for every lay person and a king, he requests them to leave their family life and embrace monastic life. This is exactly what Shankaracharya also says. This is not for lay people, this is for monastics. Not that it is impossible, it is possible, but the taint, that is, you are going to now carry a taint that you are still selfish, you are still interested in the family, you are still interested in the bhoga, what you just now said, right? You will be targeted saying that you are interested in bhoga, and you have to satisfy whether you like it or not. Some comments will come, so you have to work out on how to reply to that comment. If you don't want that, then you leave your samsaric life, that is lay life, whether you're a minister or you're a king or you're a whoever it is. Give up all the property, whatever you have accumulated, beg and eat, so that you don't have to carry the burden of replying to people that you are still a bhogi. So then what happens? Then there is no country also, really, which was not there. So now for a Jivan Mukta, there is no country. Now why are you standing in the war field then, if there is no country? If that question is asked, what does that soldier reply? If because you are interested in the country only, you are standing there. Otherwise, why are you standing? And then he will say, no, there are this countrymen. He says that which countrymen? There is no countrymen, right? If you are a Jivan Mukta, there is no longer any countrymen. Now, if we start questioning logically, there is no answer to it. Because this is something which cannot be answered by logic or reasoning. So what he has to do? He has to submit, saying that, okay, what you say is right. I am not an enlightened being, or I am not a liberated being. And he still continues to be liberated because he is liberated out of I. Whether somebody understands it or not, what is his problem? So in our dharma, that is when we say our dharma, the Hindu dharma, there is option to do this in 5 ways.
Okay.
It allows, basically. So there are examples like Rama and like Krishna, like the bhakti, or you can go through this Jnana Marga, that is Vedanta, and then you can go through yoga. So you have these 5 different kinds, which will lead to the same destination. Now you choose. Now you choose what you want. You want to be like Rama, he will be blamed forever. Definitely he will be blamed. But he's okay. That is how world works. Jagat is mithya. So why worry about the blame? Leave it. Or you become like Krishna. You'll again take the blame, but he is completely in strategy and planning and looking at what is right and what needs to be done. It's a role-based system. Okay, if that is working, take it. No, I want to get into bhakti, self-surrender. Okay, take that, no issues. So you give everything to that deity. You don't own anything. Then no, I'll go through the Jnana Marga. Okay, come to Vedanta. Uttaramimamsa is Vedanta. So you take that. No, I would like to go through yoga. Okay, take yoga, Ashtanga yoga, and do it. But like I said earlier on also, you can't mix and match and say that I will take this from here and that from there and that from there and mix and match and make your own. That is not possible.
Okay.
In the first two, that is Rama and Krishna, blame is 100%. In the other three, there is no blame because you have given up what has to be given up.
Okay.
Yes, good. Lata, you want to add something?
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I want to ask that. You said you cannot mix and match.
Yes.
I think we can mix and match bhakti plus jnana, bhakti
No,
plus or yoga and all that we can mix and match.
Right now, yes, but when you come to that last point, you will have to drop it. It will never work.
Okay, fine. But then when we are talking about a journey, and
Yeah,
then
you can mix and match.
once you become a Jivan Mukta, fine. Then it is everything is done.
No, you will get
But
in. No, Lata, you get into two-step process. First step is that you get realization. You realize what it is. For that, mix and match works.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But
Yes.
Jivan Mukta, no.
Yeah. I'm talking about the path. We were discussing about the path, right?
Yeah, you can mix and
then
match. You can.
once you Jivan Mukta, fine. Yes, that is only the knowledge which is there, and once you get the same knowledge, whichever path you take, the same knowledge will come to you.
Yes, so this is a two-step path, right? Sorry, two-step process, right? One,
Yeah.
you get to know yourself. So you have a self-inquiry giving you to self-realization.
Yes.
So you will come to know who you are. So you will see that yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. So you have understood, oh, this is what is called as self. Now the second line, tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. For that, you have to drop all the things so that you are there. That means you have to, by now you should be in one single path, not mixing anything there. Then you become Jivan Mukta. So when Shankaracharya created this with Vivekachudamani, he looked at two aspects. One is the aspect of understanding what the self is, and secondly is how a person is called a Jivan Mukta. So if you see here, he has not brought anything at all except for the pure light, pure knowledge or pure jnana. He has not added anything as a flavor.
Yeah. Vivekachudamani is like that. There is pure, direct jnana.
Yes.
There's nothing else in it.
There is nothing else in that. So if we were to go by the bhakti, you require somebody to help you after that, because the savikalpa is the end state. Nirvikalpa is not an automated state. That doesn't mean that nobody has perfected it. They have perfected it. They have found out ways of doing it, but you require somebody's help to do it. So if the help comes, and then whether it comes through your own devotion, it comes through inquiry, it comes through whatever, so the person will then be liberated. But then he will drop it eventually. So the preferential method is, don't mix and match. You take the path which seems ideal for you and then follow that. So let's say I am a very logical oriented person, then it is better I follow what Krishna says. Exactly follow whatever is there in each of these chapters, and I'm done. I don't require Rama or Bhakti or this or that. Even I don't require Vivekachudamani. Even a single sentence of Vivekachudamani is not required. But now let's say I want to mix both of them. I want to mix Vivekachudamani along with Bhagavad Gita, which Shankaracharya himself has mixed it. He has put the Prasthanatraya, So he has mixed the 10 Upanishad, he has mixed the Bhagavad Gita, and he has mixed that other one, Brahma Sutra.
Brahma Sutra.
Yes, he is already mixed, so there's no need for you to mix any other thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Vivekachudamani is a mixture of everything.
Exactly.
And he has given the path, and so it is a direct path. That is true.
That is true. So no, I don't have to mix, right? It is already mixed in a proper way. The equation is proper. How much should be from Bhagavad Gita, how much should be from Upanishad, and how much should be from the Brahma Sutra. He has correctly measured it and taken. Now, if I want to do it, I will not be able to measure like that. I will be mixing many things in many quantity and get totally confused with that. So it is better I follow. If I want to mix up things, then Vedanta is the right path for me, because it's already mixed. It's already mixed in the right proportion. Okay, so what next?
Srihari is following this, what is it? What method is it called? It is yoga method.
Srividya.
Srividya. So that is also related to this Kundalini method, right?
Ultimately.
So it is related to bringing that Kundalini to that Sahasrara.
Yes,
chakra.
Correct. But this yoga and Patanjali yoga is too different. This has Tantra, that doesn't have Tantra.
Yeah, that I understood. So what I am trying to say is, so Srihari should not mix it up with anything else and then continue in that path only.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Lata, you're right.
Yeah, okay. So whatever
These
practices...
sessions, yeah. Yes, go ahead, Lata.
So whatever practices you are doing, so only those you should do. Whatever Vilas is telling, some technique and all, you should not be trying. That's what my question is.
Yes, maybe I was doing, as you said, I was mixing it apart. The point is, the mantra takes me into a kind of a state where from there, maybe consciously I am trying to understand with some tips and techniques that Vilas is giving. So maybe I have to see, that is little helping in the current state. But as you said, maybe once I go further higher, when this, right now I'm in this mantra called as Panchadasi, the next stage is called as Shodasi. So after that, So maybe from that moment onwards, as you said, it is purely tantric, where we get into this mode of Sri Chakra. And then all this Navavarna Puja and all will be there. Maybe that is more kind of specific to this. But at least now I think I'm getting a fair understanding of what exactly it is, how it has to be interpreted, and then taken inside. Instead of just following the ritual, the core deep meaning is to get Jivan Mukta.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes.
But no one will tell. I mean, when they got introduced into this, they will immediately not tell about all these factors like Jivan Mukta and then all these stages. They want us to get into the mode first, and then have at least and all this mantra completed at least 1 lakh times or something like that. They just give a number.
Yeah, that is true, because I also feel that if you have too much of information, that will block you.
Yeah.
If you have too much of information, really what is what and so on, and then you start expecting it, or you would feel that you get stuck, easily stuck. Correct. So maybe they are right in not giving all the information, then you will discover it. So that way I think it is good.
Yeah, that is how it should be, Lata. Otherwise, what happens, especially when you use Tantra? The mind goes into a madness mode that I want to know. So the first thing what the Guru does is he will give only what is required at this point in time. And he will check whether you have Shraddha or not. Many of us wouldn't have Shraddha. We just want to experiment and see what happens. Without knowing the chemical composition, how will you experiment? So what that guru would do is he'll just give the chemical composition to memorize that chemical composition, so you know what it consists of. So if I say that you do this mantra for 1 lakh times or 2 lakh times, it depends on my dedication to doing it. So generally I'm not dedicated. Honestly, I'm not dedicated. I have a doubt whether this will help me or not. That doubt is going to be there, and that is the biggest hindrance anybody can have, is to doubt. And doubting on a guru is even more dangerous, because that will completely block that person. So if Sri Hari, whomever he is following, forget the Sri Vidya, if he has doubt on your guru, then he's stuck forever. He's not going to move an inch from there. So first he has to accept that this person who is my guru knows exactly what is he doing. Why is he saying this? It's very difficult to get into that, and that's the reason many people come out of it, and they say that this person, I've thought him to be guru, he is not a guru, and so many controversies spread around that person, because that they lose that faith, because they have always been skeptical about that person who is teaching. So all of these tantric methods have one bigger problem, is that it is all dependent on the guru.
And the guru has to be really an adept. And
An adept, yes. So now the question, yes, now the question comes, how do I know my guru is adept? There is no answer to
trust.
You have to simply trust. There is no answer. You have to simply trust him. And this is where Jnana Marga succeeds more than this, because if you look at Vivekachudamani, first few chapters what we read is all about finding who is the guru, who is the shishya, who is the guru, who is the shishya. So you need to test the guru. This is not there in any tradition, that you need to test the guru. All Jnana Marga has it.
Yeah, so for this kind of tantric and yogic thing, you need a guru for sure. Without that, you cannot proceed.
No, you cannot proceed. And also,
but for
go ahead.
Jnana Marga, you don't need a guru.
You don't need a guru. You can be a self-guru for yourself after you know the path. That's an advantage of Jnana Marga.
Lata, you were telling about Paramahamsa Yogananda.
Yes.
Is that also a Bhakti Marga, or what kind of?
No. He is Kriya Yoga.
Kriya Yoga, okay.
Okay, so he is. You have not read Autobiography of a Yogi. That's a book, very good book written by him. His story he has written. And I started I got inspired to become or come on a spiritual path reading that book actually. So
what is the book?
Autobiography of a Yogi. I'll send you Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda. I will send you the soft copy. You can read it.
Oh, is this the same person who liberated himself in front of everyone some years back, in somewhere in 1960s, 70s?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There are so many other books which is very interesting. So this is one. Then I used to read this Living with Himalayan Masters by Swami Rama.
Swami Rama, that book is also very good.
Extremely good. And like that, there are so many books which I have read. And then I got some vague understanding about many things. But not in depth, but at least... but these books are very good. So you get a very good insight into what is what.
Okay.
So he's a full Kriya. So there is no Kriya methods explained over there, but it is Kriya Yoga. He has gone to US. Yogananda was in US and he has set up an ashram there, and he was guiding people there because he was asked by his guru to go there. He trained him to send him there, and he actually, they say in US only he reached Samadhi, or he passed away.
Yes.
And they also written one letter that even after 20 days, 25 days, the years, not even a single cell has decayed in his body.
Oh.
So that's what is written. So you can. So it's actually when you even in Christians, no, they say if you are a saint or so on. Even when after some days they open, they remove that and check the body, it will be still fresh. That's how they say this is a saint or not a saint. Anyway, it will decay, right? And for any normal people, it will decay very fast. So that's what somebody has written one letter. They put it in the funeral house for some days, and then only they cremated or whatever they did. So those people only have written those letters. I don't remember where it was there in the part of the book or somewhere else I read. I don't know. So.
Okay.
Then also the Sri M's, there is one, what is his name? That is him, something. He also has written his autobiography. Sri, I keep talking about him actually. He's a Muslim, Mumtaz Ali.
Uh-huh.
So he was, at a young age, he was interested in all this Hindu temples and meditation and yoga and all. 19 years he ran away to Himalayas, and then he found his guru and he taught him many things and sent him back. And now he is very famous actually. So he is the one who just now got Padma Bhushan, and he talks in Who, he talks in Google, everything. So he is one kind of guru now.
Okay.
So that book is also very, very interesting. And he has written a second book, A Journey Continues. And in that he has explained his 5 past lives.
Oh.
And he has written in his past life he met Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He has also mentioned that he has met Buddha. And he is told, in all the faces I have seen until now, the most compassionate and calming face is Buddha. Nobody comes near. That was his statement. He has written in his book.
Okay.
Nothing comes close. So he has written that. And he has also written about, it is very difficult to, digest that book. Because when I read it, I just kept it aside for some few days. I couldn't read it afterwards. Because he has also mentioned about his life during Krishna's time. And meeting Krishna also he has written. And then later on he has told, it is not these 5 lives I remember. I have remembered so many other lives. But he has written only what he is 100% sure in his mind that this is the way this happened. So that's what he has written. So that is something, another book which gives you insight. It is not that he is an adept or a spiritual person. He has written different lives. He was a female, and when he was Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's time, he was a female. And then he has written one instance about that life of that one lady, and the same instance is also mentioned in Gospel of Ramakrishna.
Okay.
Same. So like that, if you read so many books, you will get inspired. And then you will also feel, okay, all these people are telling these kind of things, so there should be some truth in it. It's not something which people are simply talking. So there's a real truth in it.
Yeah.
So there are, so like that, I have a full book, set of books.
Sri Hari, nobody can beat Lata in book reading. I can tell you that the amount of books she has read. The first time when she told me, I was scared that how will I able to speak to her, because she will now come with, see, she is a worser sword than Padma Shri. At least Padma Shri uses logic. Now this lady is going to bring the books as a reference and say that, look, how do you say that this is how it is, and in this book this is what is written. Now I will be even more in trouble.
But did I ever confront you like that?
No, you did not. I first time I felt
Only
that.
time I was not agreeing with you is when you said the females cannot get into liberation.
Yeah, that is the only. No, I never said that you were like that. I felt when you said the number of books you have read, like what you are saying to Sri Hari, right? And you had told me the amount of books you are reading. I was literally scared that if we were to meet up and discuss like this, and what will be my fate, because I am going to read the shloka and tell what it is, and if something goes wrong, I have one person to contradict that and say that in this book this is how it is. On another side, I was feeling very happy that somebody is there to correct me. So
I don't have so much of that kind of knowledge, Vilas. I have read biographies, so at least I can make out, because I used to not only read books, I used to also go through a lot of YouTube videos, because I was searching for a guru. I wanted a guru. That's why I was searching. I searched. I used to go through the YouTube videos of Sadhguru. That means it's not what you imagine. Full Saturday, Sunday, I'll be with that videos only, except for the time I'm cooking. In that dedicated I was going through.
Absolutely.
Then I dropped him after some time. And he also gave some meditation technique in some of the videos. I tried it and it worked. And also then is when I started hearing about M, and I started reading his books, and I went through his videos. And the only videos I have never tired of watching is Sri M's video and Sarva Priyananda's video. All the others I get kind of, when you continuously keep on hearing it, and I absorb everything. It is my 100% attention is there. It's not distracted. It is 100%. So if there is some element of ego and some element of greed or something which is I can sense it, then I put them aside, actually. And like that I have watched many. I have not only Hinduism, I have gone through this Buddhist thing, I have gone to Jainism, all that. Although people, I don't remember the name of those people, I just discarded them in my mind. And then these two people I have not discarded in my mind.
So you're truly into this Gnana Marga only then, Lata, right? By reading all the books and understanding the concept, digesting it. Yeah.
Yes, but then I couldn't find any guru. So then that's when I was wondering what to do. Then I said, okay, fine, let me make Lord Muruga as my guru. So maybe that you can consider, I don't know whether you can call that as bhakti, but I consider him as my guru. And maybe he made the things happen for me, because things started happening only after that. So the intensity was very high, but now in the last 2 years that intensity has gone down.
After I started talking to you, the intensity is gone.
I remember really one Saturday, you, me and Vilas met, and then I was asking about something. I didn't know what I was asking about, but then he gave me Vilas was talking about some awareness meditation and all. So I tried that during the weekend, and then there were some experiences. After that, I became complacent. So I think Vilas is a culprit.
Yeah, maybe I think so. Now the time has come that you need to leave me and go back to whatever you are doing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I think now you have to go. Right?
I'll prepare a little bit for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then we will also end, and then we meet up on Monday.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.